Mommy?
What?
Sex addict.
Fucking excuse me? I'm just in a sex attic. Okay.
They couldn't just leave the turkey back. At this point, it's borderline physical attachment. I don't think he's put it down ever since he got reincarnated. I mean, all right, fair. Motherfucker.
Jeez. Uh, I was like in my head as you were describing this whole thing, I was just envisioning like anklet attached to a chain attached to the wall, one on each leg. And then same thing with the arms, but mm, okay. Yeah, like a fucking long chain attached to each leg, circling the back of a pipe.
Already. Also realized I was not recording my own voice there for a while, so
Oh, hey, you're pulling a me.
yeah, it was great. I looked and I'm like, huh, weird. I'm not picking up anything on my end. It was like, oh, because I turned it down for other reasons.
Hey, wait a fucking second.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's fine. We're professional out here. Anyway, so yeah. So just ankle chained to the.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, just sitting down, forearms on his knees, sort of like. Hold on, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Like, like sitting down, back resting against the pipe, uh, knees bent or legs bent, forearms on his knees, just kind of watching them get sort of
Oh
dragged
shit.
in
All right.
or
As
walking in,
cool. Well, they're
whichever
not
way you
walking.
want.
They've been in. You just saw Macy grab a high elf, throw him over her shoulder, and say, "You all stay
Mm.
here," and just walk downstairs. And yeah, now there's just the man with the baby, who is not seemingly trapped in any way.
Well, he's the only one that's conscious and not absolutely fucking delirious. Uh, how long have you been here?
You know, time seems to move differently whenever you're trapped in one spot.
Okay, I would be inclined to agree with you, but you can literally watch the sunrise every day.
I can, but after a
Do they?
while, weeks turn into days, or the feeling of it, anyway.
Do they feed you a bear?
Yes, I'm fed. How do you
As,
think I'm alive?
as you say that,
Uh,
there's actually a guy, very similar to the guy that offered you cologne, Red. A guy comes up, walks up. He's like,
um,
"Oh, time for your feeding." And you see he pulls out a cologne spray bottle, goes over to Yasuo, opens his, like, forces his mouth open, sprays into his mouth, and then takes out a cracker, puts it in, and then goes and starts doing that to the rest of the people who are up here who are not you.
I might murder that man on principle. I am supposed to be against killing, but God, if that doesn't give me the urge to kill someone. All right. Is there anyone
Not
else
pleasant,
other than
but-
him up here? Like in terms of not the party.
um, so aside from no, besides the people I've already described, there's no one else that you can see up here.
Okay.
So, what brings you here?
Well, we went looking for this child's father. Suffice to say, the father is no longer alive, and now I got trapped with a baby, and we ended up somehow in this town, and we're like, all right, we'll come back. And what was like 5 minutes for us to come back was apparently at least a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm carrying a baby, while everyone else is more or less trapped, and here we are.
As you say that, the guy comes up to you. He's like, "Oh, would you care for some nourishment before you leave?"
You spray me in the mouth with that, and I will punch you in the throat.
I assure you, it's only water. These are just the only bottles that we have.
No, thank you. I'm good.
All right, would you like a cracker? And he just pulls a cracker, like saltine, out of his pocket.
No, thank you. I'm good.
All right, very well. And he just goes, walks out, and just leaves.
Okay. All right. So I have a very limited amount of time to try and do something. All right.
You realize you willingly gave up your only meal of the day, right?
That's the only meal. Jesus, I feel sorry for you. I ate like 20 minutes ago for me.
Mm-hmm.
You hear from
Aren't you?
the blue guy. He's like, "That's right. I made him some pizza."
Still a weird name, but it was delicious. Now, I want to make an investigation check. I already know how to. Well, I'm going to investigate on like the different locks that are around here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and investigate.
And now I get to click my 20, and I got a total of 11.
All right.
Or specifically, I'm looking for like any activating switches, deactivating switches, keys, jangly bits. Prefer to do this quietly.
All right. So around the area, there's nothing like to unlock anything. So there's no keys, no switches, no anything like that. However, out of the 3 people who are currently trapped up here, the easiest one that you could tell is just Strahd, because it is just a wooden stake.
Okay. Perfect. However, I don't have the strength to pull that out. That's going to be hilarious. But I do have cantrips.
Aw, shit.
That's
Oh,
all
shit.
I need.
Here we go again.
Control water for the win.
control water to pull out the wooden stake?
Well, that too, definitely.
Okay, cool.
But also, they have some form of iron lock or non-magical lock on their stockade or what have you. I hope.
Fair enough.
Freeze that bitch open. So I'm going to quickly and quietly go over to the only guy who is talkative at the moment, and
Okay.
I'm going to shape water and try to at least break open the chain at any of the fracture points.
All right.
Just not around his ankle. That'd be bad for him.
Go ahead and give me a straight D20 roll.
I could do that. Apparently, no, I can't do that. I'm rolling perfectly fucking average.
Ooh. So you go, and you just start to hear like the gears like lock up inside of the lock. And upon like close inspection, you see that it is slightly rusted now.
Well, even better. That'll weaken it. Now I just need to freeze it more. Just cram water in there and then freeze it.
All right. So as you do that, the lock does just like start to like crack a little bit with the more water that's being frozen over, and then it just shatters.
Perfect.
And the guy just like lifts the stockades off him. He's like, that's better.
All right. You look like you're reasonably strong. Go pull the stake out of the guy with the giant stake in his chest. I'm gonna go and try and break more of these.
Okay. And he goes over to Strahd.
So
He just
I'm
like
gonna go over.
grabs 2 fingers and like pulls it out as if it was like a splinter. That was easy.
All right, and I'm going to try and break the chain with shape water.
Okay. Yeah, same
he can
results
at least
happen.
move around.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, so the chain just the lock breaks off. So yeah. And then Strahd looks at you and he's like, "You didn't even have to try that hard. It wasn't even in that deep."
Yeah, but it'd be a lot awkward for the for me to try, and if it was in that deep, for me to try and pull it out rather than just have the one who's got all the muscles to pull it out, while I set other people free. So that way, instead of having 3 people, we have 4 for when the guard / Macy decides to show herself again.
Speaking of Macy,
Better chances.
I'm going to go and kill her myself.
I'm just gonna ask, isn't that what got you in this situation the first time?
No, at first, I thought I had her under my seductive charms, but it would seem that was not the case, and she got me off guard.
So you gave yourself you completely relied on your first plan and didn't have something back up in case that failed?
Listen, back home, that would have worked perfectly fine.
Well, to be fair, we're not back home, but
Right.
that's neither here nor there. Now let's go free our last one, and then we can leave. Preferably by grappling off the side of the building so we don't have to deal with anyone.
Are you referring to the elf?
I'm sure he'll get up and follow us.
Not that one. He points to General. I'm talking about the one that she took.
Oh, right. She took him.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I guess we're gonna have to go get him.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm all
I guess
for
you
us
get-
just leaving. I'm not in any hurry.
urge to just not deal with this. No, gotta go rescue him.
All right, well, so be it. It's your funeral.
You are just a well of happiness, aren't you?
I got tricked. Of course, I'm not happy.
You know, for someone that likes to skirt words and rules a lot, you don't like it when it's used against you.
Oh, trust me. I'm glad you're keeping that little morsel with you. He looks at the baby.
No eating the children.
Oh, come on, just one bite. After all, I got stabbed in the heart. I'm not functioning at full capacity.
Get one. For you, this child practically is one bite. It's like 3 months old.
That's fine. It just means it can't fight back.
No. If I had a water bottle, I would spritz you with it.
That's very rude of you.
Tell me, why are you traveling with him? As I look at Strahd.
Because it's better to have more people and stronger people than to not. Strength in numbers. Also strength in strength, even if he is fighting at half strength after getting a stake pulled out of him.
Hmm.
So, we might as well start our lovely travel down.
All right. Let us go then. He looks over to the blue guy, whose name you still have not asked. And he's like, You have saved me from imprisonment. For that I am grateful, and you will get one favor from me. The Tetraman looks over and he's like, Oh boy, I can't wait. With that, you all begin to descend downstairs. And with that, I will move you guys over to the room. Who's this supposed to be?
That poor son of a bitch.
Do you
Well,
all...
hopefully his neck isn't broken from being sat on. But if it is, he had a nice life.
That is indeed life. Let me go ahead and give you control of your character real quick. That way you can do your things. There you go. I don't know why it... what was that?
Are the people on either side just like...
Those are
standing
mannequins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just some mannequins chilling.
Well, I'm just looking at this like it's fucking Medusa about to pull some bullshit.
I mean, you can. And you see that laying in these, like, basically giant row of beds is Macy. And next to her is Nodo. Nodo is a little groggy, and it seems as if Macy just has a giant cigar hanging out of her mouth at the moment. And she's just like sitting in bed, and she looks over and she's like, Oh, it's you.
I'm just gonna look at Strahd and just be like, roll with me on this.
All right.
Hey, so I just came down to warn you, and I tried to run as fast as I can, but carrying a tiny child. They broke out.
What?
I don't know how they did it. Just shut up. I know what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna slowly walk forward
Okay.
towards Macy.
Okay. I mean, go ahead. Macy, like, climbs out of the bed. She's like, Is that so? She puts the cigar out on her shoulder and then throws it onto the bed behind her.
I want to say that that's a fire hazard. Also, you shouldn't be smoking cigars. It's bad for your health.
So is trying to escape. Don't worry, I will let you leave after you help me recontain my toys.
You fooled me once. Good on you. But it won't happen again.
Oh, fine.
I'm not going back there.
Like you had a choice. And with that, those of you who wish to be in combat, roll initiative.
$16. Wait a second. I didn't click on the fucking thing.
Alright. You said 16 for you?
Yeah.
Alright, no problem. I can probably just add that real quick if it lets me pop it up. Thank you. So with you... There's that. Will you be joining initiative, Red?
Yes, because I am going to quote unquote help.
Okay.
But that requires me to, move over to her. Bless you, honey.
Bless you, Mizzy.
Bless you.
Alright, and then yours was 13. Or what was yours? After adding initiative?
15.
15, okay.
My game name is Kissy.
What? Oh.
Oh, it shows
In-game.
Kissy right
They're
next to my
weird.
name.
I have no idea why it says that, but yeah, I guess so. I don't know why it's putting Strahd above you, but okay. Cool. That is the current initiative order, as the lovely Miss Macy herself will... Let's see. Yep, she will just run right over to Yasuo, and she's gonna go and punch at him. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Does a 21? Then a 21 would hit as well. So
yeah.
So for the first hit, you are going to take 9 points of force damage, and I need you to make a dexterity throw for me.
Oh no!
Oh, your boy's in deep shit now. 12.
You are now knocked prone.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
And then, because she did hit, she is instead going to grapple you.
Oh.
And so she just grabs you and picks you up. And it will now be your turn.
Alright, so I'm just gonna try to break free.
Alright, contested athletics. Or you can use acrobatics if you'd like. All right,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
So
in
you
that
managed
case, I'll
to
use acrobatics.
break out. She rolled really low.
Oh, well,
The athletics roll would have done it for you. So
I mean, yeah, but yeah, acrobatics, because I didn't realize it was either athletics or acrobatics.
all right. I mean, you just break out of the grapple anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna sort of shove both my arms back, getting her off of me,
Okay.
and say, that's not gonna work this time.
All right.
And then, yeah.
Gonna do anything else with you? You're
I'm
gonna
going to
move or action or
I have a mark of passage human feature that allows me to cast Misty Step once per
Okay.
day. So I'm going to use that to go. Where was it? All right. Right here.
all right.
And then that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Then Red, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go up to her, and I am going to tell her, let me siphon off a bit of your blood, and I'll be able to heal you, so you won't have any issue with retaking these your conquests.
Persuasion check.
I think I have some of that. Maybe. I hope. I do not have any of that. Come on. Don't fuck it up. Yes. I'll take a 17.
As you should, because she rolled an at 1. And so she's like, alright, fine. Then she holds out her arm.
Alright. I'm going to use Hemocraft to pull out a siphon of her blood, enough to fill one of my magical vials.
Okay.
And then I'm going to dart like 20 feet behind this bookcase.
Okay.
Because now I get to be a dick on my next turn.
Alrighty. Alright. And then it will be Strahd's turn. So Strahd looks at her and is like, you temptress. After last time, I will not be so easily fooled. And with that, he will go and rush in at her. And he's going to do an unarmed strike attack, which will hit. And then let's see if he can land a second one. That's a nat 1. Ooh, I can use that thing that you sent me. Give me a second.
You're welcome. Oh, I sent him this fun flavor text of things you can do on a critical hit.
Oh, there wasn't a critical blunder, was there?
No, there's not a critical blunder.
Let me see.
I need to find one though.
Definitely misspelled that, but that's fine. Let's see. That would technically count, so I'm going to do that. You know what, Red? Go ahead and do a D10 roll for me. What is it?
9.
A 9.
Nine.
Loss of nerve. The attacker is scared. They must make a wisdom saving throw with a base of DC 10 plus, modified by +2 for every die higher than the target of the attack has. versus the attacker, or -1 for every hit die less. So, technically, Strahd would be fine. He has higher hit dice. So, but he did roll a nat 1, so let's just see what he can roll for a wisdom save. Alright, he's fine.
I'm about to say, if he's running scared, I'm gonna be pissed because my entire plan hinges on people distracting this woman.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's fine. So the attack just misses from the hit, but he still gets the damage from the first one that he did. So, be that plus this, doing a total of 19 damage to Macy, which did a considerable amount. And with that, it is now Macy's turn again, and she's like, "All right, you have done it now." She snaps her fingers, and let's roll. All right. So you see as the 2 mannequins to the north now start to become sentient. As they rolled a... Okay, cool. So we'll just go next. Oh, damn it.
Oh no.
Yeah. So...
I might not be able to subtle spell, but I can sneaky spell.
Aha. Aha. Alright. So, with that, they will go right there and right there. Cool. So she snaps her fingers, and these 2 mannequins start to move around. That will, however, take up her action, and it will now go to the next creature's turns, which are the mannequins. The mannequins will now start making their way over these beds. However, the beds do function as difficult terrain. So, yeah, they start to climb over the beds, and it is now Yasuo's turn yet again.
All right, so since I'm facing her, do I see or notice these mannequins come to life?
You actually don't see them coming to life because these bookshelves are in the way.
Okay.
So you think she just
All right,
like stomped her foot, and then that was it.
All right. Enough of your twisted games, demon. As he rushes forward to try to make an attack.
All right.
Where is it? There it is. Does a 22 hit?
It sure does.
All right. Cool. And that's going to be 8 damage.
All right. So she will go ahead and take that 8 damage. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nah. I'll stay here.
All right. Okay. And with that, it is now Red's turn.
Okay, so I am.
If I died by someone sitting on my face, I win.
You just win. That's your argument.
Well,
My sincerest apologies. Give me disadvantage for like 2 sessions.
as Nodo just wakes up on the bed, first thing he responds to, or first thing he says, is exactly that. Whenever you want to roll roll initiative, pal, take your click on your character and then roll it.
Got it. Okay. Fair enough.
Welcome to the world of the living as well.
Thanks,
I am
thanks.
going to hold my turn, and I'm just going to make sure that I have line of sight of her, just ever so barely.
Okay.
Like, just enough to where I can peek around this corner and see part of her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ready an action to cast a spell the next time she gets hit.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
Nope, I don't have any bonus action abilities, really,
Okay.
right now.
No problem then.
Well,
Yeah.
Actually, I
Would you like to do something on your turn?
nah, no, I just realized it's an actual spell, and I can't cast 2 spells in a round.
Ah, fair enough. Cool then.
All right.
Then it will be, well, depending on Nodo's initiative, it'll either be his or Strahd's turn.
All right, then I will roll. Is it like /R? No, it's /roll.
You could also use the dice on the left.
Yeah.
There's a dice symbol.
Oh, there's dice. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, if you click on the little D20, it'll pop up everything.
Cool. Oh, y'all can see my face, by the way. Hi.
Can we? I didn't even
Oh,
look.
God.
Where's your face? I don't see your face.
Oh, you don't?
No.
That's unfortunate.
I've been baited.
Or fortunate, depending on who you are.
Yeah, okay, so you are definitely...
Baited by a master.
So, what's your modifier?
I believe it is a... let's open this sucker and find out.
Somewhere
+3, so I got a 6.
Yeah, okay, so you're going after Strahd. So that'll put you here. Cool.
All right.
Awesome. So, yeah, it's now Strahd's turn. And he will just go and full fanged, like Baird, rush at her and go for a bite attack. And will hit. Then we'll try to do a second attack, which went really well for him last time. And we'll hit as well. Cool. So, it does
Alright.
a lot of damage. So 17, and then I'll let you do your action.
Cool. I cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Because I have her blood, I can channel her blood to function as a touch attack.
Oh, nice.
Wait, are you a blood hunter?
No, he's
Nope,
a blood
blood
mage.
Oh, shit, that's pretty cool.
Does she have to make a saving throw, or is it a attack roll?
It is an attack roll. However, it would be an attack roll against the vial I'm holding, I guess. I mean, I could still roll an attack roll against her specifically, since that would make more sense.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Alright. D20. And that is plus, like, 6 or... No? Yeah, plus 6. So I only rolled an 11.
I will say that you go and cast it on her, like blood. But her, like, body is, like... So basically had no effect, is what I'm trying to get at. She was able to tighten up her body to the point where she took no damage from it.
Okay.
Or something. I've never had to run for this, so...
No, that's fair. Inflict wounds still functions the same.
Yeah.
It's just I just want to time it with other people's attacks, so that way she just thinks they're hitting extra hard.
Okay.
Because I'm still holding a toddler, and I would much rather not be
in a fight.
getting jumped.
Yeah. Well, Strahd's second attack will now also go off, which will deal a spanking total of enough to kill her. So you see as Strahd goes in for the first bite, it just rips out a chunk of her neck. And then he just goes into like this feeding frenzy as he starts ripping into her. And the mannequins that are on the bed just like fall to the ground. Yeah, with that, the initiative is over. As Strahd is just starting to like eat at this giant woman.
Well, that certainly didn't take long. I didn't even get to do the fun things.
And yeah.
Good job, Strahd.
Now I just have this vial of this woman's blood. Well, that's useless. Unless I feel like trying True Resurrection on her in like 10, 13 levels.
Fair. With that, the Tetra Man walks over and he's like, "Ooh, you gonna use that?" All right, no problem.
Wait, who was that directed to?
To Red.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, in terms of the blood?
Yes.
I mean, I guess you could use... Wait, what do you need blood for?
I was gonna make it into pizza sauce.
Oh, okay. And what is the pizza sauce normally made out of?
Tomatoes.
Okay, we are not crossing that line. That's gonna be a no for me.
Oh.
I mean, unless you're making it for Strahd, in which case, I guess.
I mean, I don't know too
Strahd,
many
would you eat
vampires who come
blood
here.
that's on a pizza.
Strahd's just currently eating the flesh off of this now severed arm, and he's just like not paying attention.
Okay, that is vile on so many levels, but yeah, make Strahd a pizza. Why the fuck? That's not the worst use I could think for this blood. Maybe he'll actually eat it.
Well, all right. And he's like, all right. And he goes over and he just like starts like trying to pick at some of the flesh that Strahd has yet to get to. He just starts putting it into like this giant like black trash bag.
What the actual fuck?
I mean, that's one way to dispose of a body.
I guess.
But yeah. Y'all gonna do anything while Strahd is eating and the Tetra Man just is like picking at the body?
The room.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got a 17.
All right. What are you investigating specifically?
I'm looking for any tools that'll help us, either in the coming fight, or I'm assuming we still have to fight our way through all the priestesses and stuff on the way down. I'm assuming. Have the mannequins stopped moving?
Yes.
Cool.
I will say there is a footlocker under the bed that Macy was laying under. Or was laying on.
Alright. Let's find out what is being kept in Macy's footlocker.
Alright, so you open it up. And you see... first of all, you can sense there's a sense of magic to this. I feel like that needs to be important. Secondly, you find a phallic silicone thing in this footlocker.
You found a damn good time.
Hey, Nodo, I think I saved your life in more ways than one tonight.
Oh man, snoo. Thank you.
If you had
So,
had your neck broken, I would have just left you here to die. It's the true warrior's death. But
You're damn right.
I'm just gonna.
you two know each other.
Yep,
Am I getting this right?
we've known each other for a few years. We're adventuring buddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Why are you talking about that as a true warrior's death?
have you never heard of the stories about people who? It's the proper way to die by getting your head crushed between a woman's thighs or under her.
Yeah,
ass.
it's what the Vikings would have wanted.
Exactly.
A sword in your hand or a thigh on your head. There are more than one way to get into Valhalla.
Oh. You see, I'm just gonna ignore how ridiculous that is. And I'm also
Fair.
going to ignore that you just made up a word to describe the afterlife.
Valhalla?
Yes, that.
That's an actual word.
I'm talking about making up a place.
I mean, it's a fictional place, but it's still a real place. I
don't
just
know,
took-
maybe
That's
Real
Nordic
fiction.
mythology.
Real and fictional cannot go hand in hand when describing the same thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over towards Red. Is he okay in the head?
Well, I
seems to
mean, he
have
probably
Few
lost.
screws loose.
I mean, he probably lost a few screws by having his head crushed, but yeah,
Probably
that's what I'm
so.
assuming happened to you, and that's the story I'm sticking with.
Mm.
But is there anything else in the Foot Locker other than the phallic? Instead of the strap-on, let's be honest.
Well, there is
Okay.
also a paddle that is in there. And other than that, there is a bunch of condoms.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the paddle and the. I'm essentially gonna pull out the paddle and the strap-on by one of the straps. I'm like, one of these is magic. I'm afraid of which one it is, and I don't know which.
If you would like to, you can do an Arcana check.
Hey, well, okay. I would say I'm proficient, but I
I
have
would
a
love to
+1
do an
to-
Arcana check.
I will help you
All right.
because I have a +1, and that is it.
All right. So Nodo,
Okay.
Arcana
So-
with advantage.
Mhm. All right. So, 2d20. That. Oh God, it's a good thing you gave me advantage. That plus my modifier of +5. That is a 21.
You can tell that the strap-on has a enchantment on it to make its impacts harder, or in which case, it is a +2 weapon.
What the
Oh.
actual fuck?
I look at them and then with almost a disgusted sigh, I go, the strap-on is the magic one. It hits hard.
You could also
Literally.
tell, as you were looking at it, there is an engraving on the side of it that says Macy's turn.
Oh God, can we just take it as a weapon and call it Macy's Revenge?
I mean, that's up to y'all.
That's all you. I will gladly hand this
mean-
over. I need free hands.
I have to, literally. I have to ask though, is this like a one-handed or a two-handed? Or, God forbid, a ranged weapon.
while you use it, it is treated as a +2 mace.
Oh, God, that's even worse.
Actually,
That
you know,
is
it's more. It'd be more
hilarious.
like a flail, so a +2 flail.
I'm regretting so many things right now.
Like joining the party.
Yes. Here's my guy trying to get a true warrior's death, and then these jackasses
Oh,
fucking
man.
around with a strap on.
You'll love it.
Jesus
It's fine.
Oh, boy.
I will say there's also a diary under the pillow on the same bed.
Hmm. Well, I don't know if I'm going to read that. I do have some
mean-
standards.
Evidently
Normally, I do-
not.
Normally, I do too. However, maybe she has some information that actually explains what the fuck is going on.
Maybe.
So, I will try and open it, at least to the first page.
All right.
What information, if I just turn it to a random page, what kind of information do I expect?
Roll me a straight D4.
It looks like it's the first page.
All right, so you flip over to the first page, and you see that it is signed to the year of 823.
Okay, and what year is it for us?
In the year of Castia, it is the year 527.
300 years in the future. Okay.
Huh.
And
Hmm.
I have so many more questions.
all of the info that you kind of get is just like her explaining that her mother gave her some collection of papyrus that she was meant to keep track of her thoughts and emotions in. But she doesn't really know why, and she thinks it's really stupid. But then at the end of the page, she basically said, wow, this actually really helped just writing it out. Maybe I'll do it more in the future.
Okay. Might as well ask what are on the other pages.
All right. So, in order to help prevent this from becoming a giant thing and me going through 40-something pages of
Oh dear God.
diary entries, is there anything specific you would like to look for?
Something for, like, where she might have hid magical gear, where she might have hid something of importance, or one moment.
All right. Well, I will throw in some key notes that have popped up. She has pointed out that she has become the general of an Amazonian army that she had been a part of since she was the age of 12. She mentions that there was a portal that she went through, and it led her to some strange land filled with creatures she has never met. But when they have seen her, they praised her as a deity. She says that their skin is very clear and resembles that of a resin or a sap that has come from trees from where she grew up. Because of that, she has taken to call them her saplings. After this, she then explains that she leads this army through the same portal that she went through before, but this time leading her to a new place. This place seemingly filled with magic and a lot of unclear signs of what is meant to be happening. And then you get to a more recent entry, being like the third entry from the last, of saying she's found a giant building that has her name on the front of it. She decided to take it over as her own castle, and this is where she reigns. She then sends a messenger out to an army to come in and basically set up as a base of operations. And then the most recent entry being she has heard rumors of men arriving into this camp of hers, and that she is going to start looking into this personally. With that, that is what is the most recent entry.
Okay.
So yeah. I also wanted to point out, by the way, what is everybody's passive perception? This is semi.
That'd be 11 for me.
Okay.
19.
Okay. And for you, Yasuo?
10.
Okay. Red, you have noticed, because you have been in this general area for a couple hours at the moment, the sun has not set, and actually has not even moved since you've gotten here. And because of how long realistically you all have been here, it should be at least near sunset right now. And the sun is still in the same spot as it was when you were here. Or when you first arrived.
Does time only change whenever we leave here? Because we came in, spent a couple hours, came back out, it had been like 3 minutes. Go back in, it had been several days. And now it doesn't look like time is moving at all. I don't do good with time shenanigans. Too much makes that hurt. Let's go.
Alright. So you all begin to leave the building. And you see the giant horseless carriage that had what looked like a cannon on top of it is now pulling into the front of Macy's temple. And you see what you now know as a sapling woman with her sticking her head out from the top, saying, "Hey, how are you all escaping?"
We're not escaping. We were let out.
Yeah.
I know I was let out. I have a toddler. I'm just gonna show them the tiny child. Good
Single
tiny
dad.
child.
She points over to Yasuo. She's like, "I know for a fact I've captured that one for Lady Macy. There's no reason he would be allowed to escape."
The demon got what she deserved. That's all that needs to be said.
What she
Stand an
wanted.
hour.
That's what he meant.
Sure.
All right.
Stand in our way, and the same shall happen to you.
Yeah.
She's like, "I don't think you understand. We have ruled over this village for centuries at this point. You will not get in our way.
That's exactly the point. We're trying to get out of your way.
That would mean that you all need to stay here as tributes. For Macy needs the vigor of men in order to sustain her power.
Well, there's no more power left for her anyway.
We're all tapped out.
How unfortunate. Then you'll go back to the top and wait for your energy to be revitalized.
Macy.
This is not a simple come and go. Wait, what?
Poor choice of words.
No, perfect choice of words.
The cannon immediately points over to Yasuo. What did you say?
She's in a state as if it were mimicking death.
You see that Strahd is still like gnawing at her leg as he came down with you guys. And he's like, yeah, I ate her.
God damn it.
Strahd!
The woman,
No, both of them. God damn it.
the sapling woman hops out. And she walks over to Strahd, taking Macy's leg. And is like, how dare you dishonor our goddess? And like smacks him over the head with the leg. And Strahd's like, I would attack you, but I am satiated, and therefore I have no reason to fight. After all, it felt like years have passed since I've last eaten. She's like, fine. If you all wish to defile this land, so be it. We will go and mourn on our pilgrimage. And when we arrive again, if you all still reside here, we will use lethal force. With that, she climbs back into her carriage and rolls off.
Now I gotta get me one of those. No horses to take care of. Unless the horses are inside. Maybe they're tiny horses that are inside the carriage that are powering this. Provide it power of some kind.
With that, the
That's
Tetraman.
a ridiculous idea.
With that, the Tetraman's like, anyway, y'all want some pizza?
No.
Yeah, we should probably
Would
stock
love
up
some
on
pizza.
supplies.
All right, let's go. And he leads you all to the Domino's. There he goes, and he just starts making you all pizza. And Strahd's like, so when are we going to address the elephant in the room?
Depends which elephant.
The fact that time does not flow normally here.
I don't have an answer for you. I really don't.
Well,
Could be an artifact, could be just, magic and being fucky.
well,
Could be a demiplane.
weren't we expected to gather any artifacts?
Yeah, but artifact related to time. I believe he said there was one for each school of magic. We know we're looking for the necromancy. We know that transmutation, evocation, and illusion are gone. That leaves 4 other branches that we don't know of the location for. Let's see.
Do any of them involve the flow of time in any way?
I mean, technically the staff of necromancy, but that's because it's necromancy and that. I mean, maybe is conjuration dealing with time? I don't remember.
Ooh.
I was never good on my arcane magics. I was mostly fix the body.
I see.
Yeah, that's fair.
Strahd looks over to Nodo and is like, well, do you know anything?
Well, I tend to know a fair bit about magic. We're talking conjuration?
I mean, whatever involves the flowing of time.
Well, chronergy, as it is technically called within the scribe order, is a finicky process. Time is a hard thing to mess with, and something like this that just keeps time from moving, it makes my skin shiver a little bit with how strong it must be.
I see. Well then, what about you, new meat? Do you know anything about this magic?
No. All I know is that I don't believe I've seen the sun set since I came here. And that's why I gave such an ambiguous answer when you met me.
Well then.
Is the year still 635?
No.
No.
No. Strahd will just kind of, no, it's not. I believe
What
they
year
told
is
me
it?
it was 823.
820. So I've been here for almost 200 years.
Give or take.
A bit of time?
Prometheus?
So for you two, for Nodo and Red, you know that means he was alive during the beginning of the Great War.
Oh, God.
That's a long ass time ago.
Because that
Yeah.
was around the time that he went missing.
Right.
So with that,
And been tapped out for a while, buddy.
Apparently.
it looks like you have a lot to catch up on then.
It would appear to be that way, wouldn't it?
Well, perhaps you have family that we can talk to. I mean, do you have any any elvish ancestors?
I'm not elvish.
Oh, sorry, you mortals all look the same to me.
That's fair.
That's racist.
It
I think
kind of
that's
is.
ageist, but okay.
Yeah, I'm the elf here.
Oh,
Yeah, his ears are pointy, mine are not.
This is
And
true.
Besides, that's. I'm surprised I'm still alive if almost 200 years have passed.
Perhaps time travels differently here. Or, well, we know time travels differently here. Perhaps in
Yeah,
reality, things are very different.
yeah. 5 minutes outside was apparently like 3 or 4 days here.
Hmm.
We've lost a lot of time searching for the artifacts.
No. If we leave now, no time will have passed when we go out. It's
Oh, good
the
point.
pocket dimension here travels faster than the real world.
Right.
What's this talk of artifacts you keep mentioning?
About that.
So we got tasked with finding some leftover artifacts from some from a god, and apparently they're really powerful. We had one of them. I mean, technically two of them. But a celestial guy came, immediately killed the guy with one of the artifacts, and our options were kind of limited as to should we keep the artifact from him and or try to keep him from taking it, whereas he could disintegrate us with a word.
Yeah. We had to kind of cut our losses on that one.
Yeah. So we were going to go look for a staff of necromancy, which is said to contain all spells that are housed under the necromancy field of study. But we don't know where that is. We have a general idea, and that's where we were heading when we ended up here.
Hmm.
I mean, if you really think there, do you really think there's an artifact here in this pocket dimension?
I mean, I haven't heard any speak of that, anything like that. And then again, I've also been trapped on the roof, held as a prisoner. So if I think there's one here, the answer would be no. Or
Well, I
I
mean,
could just say that this whole artifact thing is crazy.
crazy, yes. Untrue, no.
And have you any proof of that?
Well, I mean, we had one in our hands until about 24, 48 hours ago.
Yep. We were this close.
I could have put it on and would not have gotten very far.
No, you'd have been fucking dead.
With that, the baby does start to cry.
Oh, whoops.
As
Well,
soon as the baby
I
starts
gotta-
crying, I would like to pull out my flute and start playing something.
I'd like to pull out my sword and stab the baby.
I was considering it. I was considering it, but
Lullaby arrow. God.
All right.
Christ.
Yeah, so you just start to play it. Do a performance check for me.
All right. 10.
All right. You're a little bit rusty. You haven't played the flute in a while. And the baby, like, somewhat calms down and is just more, like, whiny than, like, full-on crying. Yeah. But yeah, gets a little whiny. And you now see somebody walks into this Domino's. And you notice that it is a person in a white robe. They have a angelic halo floating above their head. And they walk over. And they're like, "Oh, excuse me. Is this spot taken?" As he points to an empty chair.
No.
It would appear not.
"Delightful. May I sit?"
You may.
He sits down. He's like, "Thank you. Now, what's good here? I've not eaten in quite a while."
There's pizza.
"Yes, then I think I'll have one of those." He calls over his shoulder to the Tetra man who's making pizza. "My good sir, may I please have one of these pizzas of yours? Sounds delightful." He's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And just goes back to making
This
pizzas.
sounds like the start of a bad. This sounds like the start of a bad joke. An angel, a vampire, and 2 medics walk into a pizza place.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, he looks at you and he's like, "So, what brings you all here to Macyburg?"
That's a long story. Short version is we were looking for child's parents, and then we got kidnapped. Well, they got kidnapped. I just stood there and looked pretty.
Yeah.
Also, we have a toddler.
That's an overstatement.
I
You
would
looking
say-
pretty, that is.
I see.
First of all, no need to be rude. You barely know us. I set you free.
For that, I am appreciative. But don't try to sugarcoat things.
I wasn't trying to sugarcoat things. I literally explained what happened.
I'm not faulting the rest of your story.
I see. Well, I'm sensing some tension here. May I? And he like motions to like hold the child.
No, it's fine.
Fair enough. Anyway, as
Last
for
time somebody just asked me for something, it was right before they disintegrated one of our friends. So, kind of not in the interest of wanting to just hand things over.
fair enough. Well then, I will just cut to the point, shall we? I am looking for my brother. I was hoping that you all have seen him.
What's your brother look like?
Oh, well, he's a behemoth of a man. Messy brown hair, very hulking. Skin tone that of a cloud on a nice day. He has gotten tied into the wrong sort of group, and I've been looking to bring him back home.
I don't believe we've seen anyone of that persuasion.
All right, well, just couldn't hurt to ask. Well then, I am sorry to have interjected myself into your table. I just saw a village full of very nice people, saw a nice dining establishment, and thought I'd swing by. And you all seem like a lovely group, so I wish you all safe travels. And if you ever meet a man by the name of Tigerius, please, reach out to me. And he stands up and he's like, "I'll take that pizza to go, good sir." As he just walks over to the counter.
Why is it named? To the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it does sound a tad familiar, doesn't it?
Curse you, 1 month of not playing. Wait a minute. Wait. Wasn't the king?
The king's name was Corin.
King's name was Corin. Principal's name was.
Urk.
Okay. I know it wasn't the assistant. Okay, we're good.
With that,
Guess we'll have to keep our eyes peeled.
I guess.
with that, he takes his box and he's like, "Good day to you all." And he walks out, and as he opens the door to walk out, you hear what sounds like a very loud crowd of people just going throughout the main road.
What the fuck?
What the hell's going on?
I look out the window.
You see New York City levels of population walking up and down the main road.
The fuck is a New York?
Come on, out of game.
I know. That's why I made the joke.
How dare you?
Mhm.
All right, but yeah, you see just hordes of people going up and down the main street, trying to maintain the hustle and bustle of a busy city.
Do the buildings look different, or are the buildings still the same?
Everything has a more modern look to it.
The hell?
I think we just jumped forward in time again.
It would appear so.
You also notice that these horseless carriages are more frequent, to the point now where people do not actually walk in the center of the road, as they let these carriages go through those. And they're actually backed up to where they are in a straight line of barely moving.
Okay, I think you might be onto something with there being an artifact here.
Yeah. Something causing this much time to just jump around?
You could permanency a spell and just keep time stopped here, but
You can't make it jump around like this.
yeah, no, not without a fucking system or an artifact to up and down shit.
Yep, there's something here. We just have to find it.
Do we start with Macy's?
God, do we have to go back?
Shot's I don't know, but seeing so many people does make me quite hungry.
God damn it.
Fucking
No
strong.
killing them.
Oh,
Yeah, just knock him out.
come on, just a nibble.
Look at me. Eye contact. We both know that no matter what I say, you'll go after people anyway the moment our back is turned. Because
Yes.
you will get hungry, and that's just how you are.
Yes.
And that is fine. No murder.
Don't kink shame me.
I will kink shame you if your kink involves murder.
Oh, come on.
No.
That's fair.
Just, at worst, just leave them passed out. They'll think they're the town drunk or something. Or the city drunk. This place has gotten really...
Fine. I'll find people who are nondiscreet and probably indisposable to the city.
That's probably about as much as we can ask for.
Yeah, I'll take what I can get.
Alright, well, are we going back to the Macy's temple, or are we doing something different?
Let's head back towards the Macy's temple. If we see something bigger, because, people who build temples for artifacts, usually bigger is better, so they'd probably put it in the biggest building around here.
True.
Right. Probably.
All right. Well, let us go then.
That's it.
All right.
Grab one of those to-go pizzas, and we head out.
All right. He just grabs a box off of like his wall of pizzas and hands it to you.
Thank you. Did he make Strahd's personal people
Yes.
pizza?
Yes. You actually notice that
People pizza.
Strahd opens the box to look at it, and it's just Macy's face on a pizza.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
fucking Christ.
Strahd's like, perfect.
I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
And with that, you guys now leave.
Where's the
Oh,
modify memory spell? I want to forget the last 10 minutes.
You sure you don't want to just forget this whole session? You did find a +2 magic strap on, so
That is a remarkable weapon, to be honest.
it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
all you have to do is wield it like a flail.
Yeah. Exactly.
Put your back into it.
With that, you guys walk out, and you notice there are now like massive buildings. Some that look like they are penetrating through the clouds in the sky. There are these now like horseless carriages everywhere. There are big ones that fit multiple people. There are small ones that seem to be more meant for individuals. People are wearing like really weird looking clothing that don't seem to be made out of cloth. You see people that seem to have like the magical tattoos that you've been hearing about recently. You see people carrying around these shiny metal boxes that they're holding up to their ear. And they're like talking into them as if they were sending stones. And,
We're in the 80s.
yeah.
We'd better
Nineties.
hurry before time gets too out of hand.
You do bump into a orc man who's walking down, and he's like, "Oh, hey man, watch where you're going."
Yeah, I'll try that.
God, he like picks back up this box to his ear. He's like, "Sorry, got accosted by some lunatics wearing Ren Fair clothing."
The fuck is a Ren Fair?
I mean, I like fairs, but this isn't exactly fair wear.
And now he's already gone. He's walking away. And yeah, you just see this.
All right, make our way back to the Macy's.
All right.
That's where I'm heading, at least.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the only place that I somewhat know what the fuck is going on.
All right. So you go. You take the same path, and there's no Macy's there.
Oh, fuck.
Instead, you see a building that like is a whole different size and shape. It's got like this red roof that comes to, like a peak, and then has like a square on top of it. And you see that there's a familiar aroma coming from this building.
Son of a bitch. Does it smell like pizza?
Yeah, it's really weird. You're getting the smell of like pizza from like this like hut-shaped like building.
God damn it! I knew it. I knew the.
Nobody out pizzas the hut.
Ah,
And with that, we will end the session here.
God damn
Jesus
it.
Christ.